Life Academy would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land that we record this podcast on.
Trigger warning for this episode, we discuss adult themes, body image, diet culture, and it contains some coarse language, so please be aware if you have little ears around.
Hello and welcome to Life Academy.
I'm your host, Dena Amy Kaplan.
And I'm your host, Alicia Bennett.
On screen frenemies,
To real life besters.
stumbling our way through life.
Today is a rewatch. That was stunning.
Season 1, episode 3.
Episode 3. We're
Let's
into
go.
it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Cinematically stunning.
I mean, that opening scene, could they have made Sydney look any more beautiful? Honestly, it's stunning.
I had it written down where like every single shot in this episode just perfectly picturesque. Everything's so beautiful. There's a scene a little bit further on with Jen and Tom, and I'm like noticing the background and the stunning water and the wharfs, and I'm like,
Yeah, they capture Sydney like a dream. It's absolutely stunning. The opening scene of Zhenya dancing intercut with Christian, Jordan parkour running away, doing all that. I mean, it's
unbelievable.
The editing, like it's so well.
The way
it's so
they
cool.
shot,
the music's cool. Like
yes,
it's really cool.
The way they shot Zhenya dancing as well. Like she was stunning, and I believe we were probably just out of boot camp at this stage as well. I'm pretty sure it was really early on in the filming, and it was
her dancing is flawless.
Dancing is flawless, and I think I don't know who exactly choreographed it, but it might have been Sarah.
We think it's Sarah Bolter.
We think it could be Sarah Bolter, and it just suited her perfectly.
That bit where she like goes over her toes, like onto her knee, and it's
gives you chills. Yeah, it was a really phenomenal opening.
It's maybe one of her best dancing moments in the first season that I've seen
100%,
so far.
100%. I mean, this is the thing that I've watched this through. Like this, whatever style of dance for Jen, like this was her
so
thing. Her.
Yeah,
it was
I agree.
So lovely.
I agree.
Gorgeous.
I wrote, Abigail is such a bitch.
They should just put you out of your misery. The first line that Abigail said.
And also the way I say it is just like so like under my breath and just like they should just put you out of like I'm just like God, she's just wow.
It's so
but I
good.
wrote that I hated that stupid pink top and those stupid white pants. And both of us
your hair.
No, I'm sorry, your hair.
Oh my God.
My hair was shocking. Your hair
was a whole other ball
What
game.
the hell was going on with the hair?
Mate, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I think we've said this before in terms of like our ballet buns. It took a little while, but we ended up saying like, can we just do them because we know how to do ballet buns? But I actually there was a little tidbit like in pre-production when we were doing excuse me, when we were going to do like our makeup tests and our wardrobe tests and stuff, they were like, oh, let's try and see what Kat would look like with a fringe. And they put like this fake little hair piece in, and then they were kind of like chopping at it. And when they took it out, they'd chopped a piece of my actual hair off. Like around that front face bit.
Stop it.
Yeah, had just it was not even spoken about. I was sort of sat there and I was like, and they're like, oh, okay, yeah. Anyway, I was like, what?
I mean, we've touched on it, but yes, the hair and makeup
was not it for that
questionable.
first season.
Questionable.
It was the bun in that first ballet class with Kat. Like I think I had a ponytail.
But your
and
hair
like,
went like the half up, half down with the weird bun thing, and then my hair is all anyway.
Your hair was just never like it was left to dry, and that was about it.
Yeah, like natural, like fluffy waves. I'm like, do my hair.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, we got to get off that. I wrote, Jordan is such a good actor, so natural.
This is exactly my next note was J-Rod was so cute, so broody, and like just his face when he was so shattered when his brother doesn't answer that phone call, and I was like, God, he's good.
He's a bloody good actor.
So
he's really good.
Good.
He's kind of better than I
originally thought.
Well, I just didn't really know because I hardly ever did any scenes with Christian. Abigail and Christian have like 1 or 2 scenes in the whole series.
Until season 3, you guys did a lot together.
Yes. But yeah, so I kind of just didn't know what kind of actor he was, but watching him, I'm like, God, he's good. He's so natural and he's just so good. I also didn't know that Christian was like on bail at the school. Like I think I just like missed that plot line.
I think because when they were going through his trial and stuff, were you there? Like they did a whole thing where he was like going to trial. And
no, see, I wasn't involved in any of those scenes.
Yeah, okay, because it was pretty much like it was very much Sammy was involved. I think it was maybe during the period of time where you and Sammy were hooking up. So that was the storyline that was going down there.
Yeah, so I just kind of forgot about that part that he's actually like
crazy.
on bail at the academy, which is he's such a bad boy.
Such a bad boy, which makes him like so hot. I loved filming the scene in class doing the ballet. There's like a cute little in-class antics, but I actually can't remember. I don't think that was scripted. I think me and Tom were just like playing with it, like mucking around with each other. And
I love that bit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was all just like us actually mucking around.
And it was such a skill to dance and deliver lines correctly. Like I don't think our listeners, they'll never understand. You will never understand how hard it is to be doing like pirouettes and like full ballet,
like a full routine that we have to remember while also remembering lines and saying them
and making sure you're hitting your marks for the camera and the angles. Like it was an absolute skill to be doing.
Brain power.
Those ballet classes and delivering the lines were like
so hard,
next level.
So hard. I also have written down here too, you can see how much smoke is in that ballet class. They had to fill the room up with the smoke to make like the atmosphere. We had to have Atmos, that's what they called it. Atmos, like pause for Atmos.
Yep.
And it was just, you can see how smoky it is in that room.
I wrote, my Grum Batman was lit.
I wrote, that fucking bun of mine would never be. And this is the thing, that would never be allowed in a ballet class. Like Miss Rain would never allow that. If I walked in, she'd be, get the fuck out of my class. Like,
totally.
And she would never allow that. So it was very interesting that Kat even had that.
Yeah. So we've spoken about the skill of dialogue and ballet at the same time. Just a fun fact, the outdoor of the academy is actually a really bougie hotel in Sydney.
Yeah.
So people, I don't know if that like, because I know people who come from Germany and America and stuff, they want to try find the outside of the academy. It's a hotel. It's like called the Wharf Hotel or something in Sydney.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's not actually near where we film all the other stuff. It's a separate.
It's a little bit further away.
It's further away and it's a bougie hotel.
Super bougie.
And that's the outside of the academy, which we only ever filmed there, like not often.
Not often, no. I had a couple of ones, like I'd met my dad out the front of there at the end of season 1, and I think like there was a couple of things at the beginning of season 2 with so Jeffrey, I believe.
Right.
Yeah. But again, I don't think you were there for that.
I hardly ever filmed out the front of the school.
No.
Too busy in the studio. I wrote Kariba. So good to see her. And like just vibes. Like I just love that girl. And we danced.
So good, man.
She's so good. And we danced together like before Dance Academy. So her and I used to compete at comps all the time, and we like knew each other. And I've also taught at her mum. Her mum's got a dance school in Canberra. And I've like gone there and taught. So like just a little fun fact for the listeners.
That. Yeah.
Kariba's the best, and she's such a great dancer.
She's a phenomenal dancer, a phenomenal actress.
Phenomenal human.
Yeah.
And her mum is the sweetest. And yeah, if you ever want to go to Kariba's mum's dance studio, go check out Legs Studio in Canberra.
Love it.
Yeah. It's a vibe.
I love it. Yeah, I think the breakup scene too there was so fun. I remember just seeing it all unfold and being like, this milkshake is going to be lots of fun.
Yeah, that would have been fun to watch.
I think, Tim handled that so well as well, like getting it. And
he's
just
so
his
good.
reaction of laughing about it too, like didn't make his choice was to like, have it be funny, which I was like, that's so good.
It's such an asshole choice.
Yes, it's such an asshole choice.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
He's so good at playing Ethan.
He's so good at playing Ethan,
It's so far from Tim's.
It's insane.
It's like the opposite of Tim.
Yeah. Like all of the confidence that he has, and like he's just so, I mean, what I do find is that when he's first introduced though to Jordan, like such a lovely guy, like let's call it mates, like we're good, like I'm here to help you, but it's just it's this whole other world of being like the top dog of like, I know what I'm doing, whereas Tim has always just been so sweet and so lovely and like, I'll follow the leader.
Yes. Yeah, it's his personality. He's probably like the most different to his character.
Yeah.
I'd say out of everyone in the cast. And also Zhenya is like so different to Tara. So naive, and Zhenya is so mature.
Yes.
Like they are
majorly different. Yeah, majorly different.
Very different.
I have a little funny tidbit here as well from when Tara and Sammy are sitting on those wharf stairs and they're making a pros and cons list.
Yes.
So there's a point where Tom says, Ethan Karamakov.
Yeah, I love that.
So the reason he does that was because no one knew yet how to pronounce Karamakov. It was so early on in the filming process that everyone was kind of like, wait, is it Karamakov? Karamakov?
Right.
So, and you can hear he kind of says Karamakov instead of, wait.
Karamakov.
Yeah, he said the wrong one basically, but because it was Karamakov, it was funny and no one actually noticed. But yeah, I believe that's why it was done like that because I was on set. I think I was on set, or I'd filmed a scene before or after that, and they'd asked me, and I had, I believe, the right pronunciation for it at that stage. Karamakov. Yes. But also in that scene, how it's stunning, the water and like it's just like
stunning.
The shots are so beautiful.
So
Those
beautiful.
wharfs are just gorgeous, and the way that they were filming kind of like through the stairs and the acting in that too, like Jen and like how are you meant to make "He smells like Christmas" sound not cheesy and shit? And Zhenya did it.
She did it.
Like this episode is one of my favorite episodes of Zhenya. Her acting in it is so
it's
beautiful,
just, to me, it's like
real.
so naive, so innocent and naive.
I love this episode for Jen. I think she nails it in everything. One
of my favorite bits is when I do something to you and I'm like, have you ever thought that the reason I won't change rooms is because you want me to? And then I do something and then you're like, she's good. It's such a great line.
Through like the montage. So before that, there's this. I remember there was this we had a scene where I'm like, just sign the papers, and that's when you opened it. But you shut the door on me, and I remember in like a rehearsal, I'd put my foot in there. And we closed the door on my foot and I was wearing these sandals and we were like, oh, okay, we can't do that. That hurts. And then there was this beautiful, lovely, I can't remember if it was Aaron or someone else, but they got down like on their hands and knees and they used like their hand to stop the door instead of it actually stopping on my foot.
On your foot.
Yeah. So that was really, that was lovely, a little tidbit there. But you in that bit was like, have you ever thought that it's because of you wanting me to? Like hot diggity damn. And then that whole montage, I have to say, filming the montage was definitely not as fun as watching it. Like watching that montage, it's so fun. Cut in between that class and the music that goes with it is so good.
It's so fun.
And like filming it, I was kind of like, is this going to like be punchy enough? Is it cool? And it's so good.
It's so good. I actually was like, I had very strong memories of the karaoke scene.
Me too.
And I was like, this must have been early on in filming.
Yeah.
Because I remember it really well and I remember feeling quite green and new to everything. Like everything felt quite new and fresh. So it must have been the first few weeks of filming or something.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Yeah.
I believe we started, or maybe, no, yeah, it was because also the walls were still, I remember Tom being in like that light blue, baby blue jacket and stuff. Like they kind of got him out of that color and the color of the walls were I think a grey instead and they ended up being red by the end of the season. Yeah.
Wow.
So I think the first 2 episodes they're red and then the third episode they're
grey.
Yeah, because we did have to go back. Well, we did start filming, and I've said this in another episode before, that we started filming episode 3, 4, 5 and 6 or something.
Yes, first so that we could come back to 1 and 2 with a bit more experience.
Yeah.
Little fun fact was one of the extras, whose name is Morgan, who is a friend of ours.
Oh my gosh.
She is like a phenomenal dancer.
Unbelievable.
And she's in the scene where when Abigail sends the texts out to everyone, she's like one of the girls who like gives her a real look in the hallway. Anyway, just cool side note about her is she's now Britney's dancer. She's danced for Britney.
Stop. Yeah.
She danced in Vegas for Britney for like years and like she's backup danced for like.
She wanted to. I remember there was like conversations that we had like,
she's
what
just
does everyone want to do?
She's just had this amazing career as a backup dancer in LA and
Yeah.
I actually haven't spoken to her in a long time but I wish I had. She was one of the funniest,
She was
coolest,
so funny.
best people to have on set. She was just such a blast.
We had a little crew that we would go out with and she was a part of that.
Morgs, totes. I wrote here how fun the group classes were, like how fun it was always having everyone on set, like doing the classes all together.
Yeah.
They were some of my favourite scenes to shoot. And I wrote that the friendship between Sammy, Tara and Kat is just so cute. Like, it's so cute.
Very sweet.
Yeah.
I love that friendship so much.
It's
I love
really
how it
beautiful.
forms just like in such a sweet little way. And I think it's I've always thought that like Sammy, Tara, and Kat are just too sweet almost. Do you know what I mean? Like it just feels a little too like I think it does it well in season 2 because Tara ends up saying like, did you ever think that maybe like, you know, the reason that Sammy and Tara are friends, like you and I are friends because like Kat, now that Kat's not here, and it kind of brought them together a little bit more. Do you know what I mean? Like it was such an easy way for just these 3 best friends to come together all of a sudden. Do you know what I mean? Like, but that's the other thing. People love that too.
I have to say, just as a viewer watching it, I'm like, this is the cutest.
It's very sweet. It was very fun to be a part of as well. It was really lovely to have that little thing.
You looked gorgeous. I really liked your swimmers.
Oh my God.
I really liked the swimmers in that scene when you go down to wherever that is.
That scene I hated. I remember working so hard on that script that I knew that scene was coming up and I was like working my ass off on it and like watching it back, I remember being so disappointed and just being like, that was so shit. Oh, it didn't turn out anything the way that I kind of hoped it would sound. Like I remember thinking like, oh yeah, I'm just going to make sure like this is how I'm thinking about things and viewing things and yada yada, and just none of it came across on screen whatsoever. I was so disappointed when that episode came out. I was kind of like excited to see it because I was like, I worked so hard on that scene, and then I was like, nah, that did not come across whatsoever.
As a viewer, I thought it was brilliant, and you just delivered the lines like facts. Like, yeah, every guy, you know, this is what happens, and then they all come running back to me, and like, yeah, for me it was just. I mean, I think you're so good. So I just think you're stupid.
But that was a cute. I didn't mind that swimsuit, by the way.
Loved that swimsuit.
Yeah, didn't mind that. It was pretty cute.
It was really cute.
Yeah, I think for my body at that time as well, it was like a good fit and everything. It was really cute. And I actually wrote down here as well. I don't know what it was, but like I've never been a girl to like jump into the water. I'm not a jump into the water type of gal.
Okay.
And every single time there was water, Kat would jump into it. We're jumping off the wharf. We're jumping into this little haven. Like
jumping into the Sydney Harbour water is fucking insane.
I don't know what
there
it is.
Sharks.
I walk into water. I'm one of those people, like I walk slowly into water. I enjoy it. Like no one can push me in because I will get so fucking angry, man.
Your own steps.
But yeah, I jumped in without fear into all of that water. And like I remember in the they told us, I don't know if this is true, but when we did jump into the Sydney Harbour, they told us that there was like scuba divers in there and they had like shark repellent like machines and stuff in there. I don't know if that was true or not because they did the same thing when there was another episode further on where we jumped into a lake or something and they said that like, yeah, for crocodiles and stuff, we have people in there and there's like repellents or some shit. I don't know if that's true.
God.
But yeah.
Well, they wouldn't have said it. I don't think it's not true. I reckon
maybe
they
just
probably
to make us make sure that we did it. I don't know.
Nah, they probably had to have it.
Karaoke, by the way, as well, I have to say. I was like so surprised at how good of a voice Tom had. When we were going through.
Honestly, I couldn't hear his voice over yours. I didn't hear his voice over yours.
I just don't know. No, that was fun. I remember learning it, but I don't think we rehearsed it at all. Like they kind of just said, don't rehearse it, like just go straight into it, see what happens. He did so good. I just remember thinking like he's holding this and making this so funny. Tom nailed that karaoke.
So did you. You're so hard. It's so annoying how hard on yourself you are.
I'm not even a little bit funny in it. Stop it.
No, oh my God, I'm going to hit you. You are so good and it really annoys me that you don't see it. Anyway, shut up. Go away.
Do you know what? I think like I used to think I was better and the older I've gotten, the more I've looked at it and the more I'm just like, nah, that's shit, man.
Well, you've just watched
my standards
it too much,
are higher.
I wrote a fun fact for our listeners is that Tim so Tim, who plays Ethan, was the only non-dancer in the cast. The rest of us were all cast as dancers. So every time you see Ethan, he's either finishing a class or about to start one. Yeah. So that's so funny how he's like wiping off his sweat. I'm like, you didn't dance, you little cheeky bugger.
You cheeky boy.
So he's always like choreographing or like finishing class with a towel around him. Or
but
like,
it looked so legit. He did it so well.
But he was the only non-dancer. So that's how they got around that. Okay.
One of my favorite scenes of Zhenya, by the way, is where Ethan walks in and he's like, oh, sorry, just looking for my wallet. And he said, are you okay? And she's like, oh, yeah, well, no. Well, I mean, kind of, but she goes, this is like one of my absolute favorite scenes of Zhenya. Just, it's so real and natural. And like my roommate's giving me hell. Like the way that she said, I love it. I love this scene and I watch it and I'm like, fuck, she's brand new at this point.
Yeah.
She's never done any acting before. She's like barely 15 and this is what she can't, like, she's so good. I love that scene so much.
So are you.
Oh God, what?
Yeah. I wrote, Abigail having framed photos of herself next to her bed killed me.
It is so
I had
good.
totally forgotten about that. And like when it zooms in and there's just framed photos of herself next to her bed, like all over the room.
It's so good.
It's so funny. It's a hilarious
I love
choice.
Abigail so much.
Yeah, I wrote, I feel like this ep must have been filmed early on because my acting is questionable. And then I thought, okay, we have to talk about what a sweetheart Jordan is in real life because he plays such a good bad boy.
Yeah.
And he's so good at being this like moody, angsty teenage. In real life, Jordan Rodriguez is like
sweet.
The sweetest, purest, kindest, softest, like.
You used to call him like Fufi because he used to do this little voice of like little Fufi Janja.
He's a little Fufi Janja.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I called him.
He's so sweet, but he plays such a good bad boy.
Such a good bad boy. Yeah. Again, very different to his character.
Totally. I think because in Home and Away as well, he was a bit of a bad boy in there as well. And it kind of just, it came through. He's brilliant.
He's brilliant.
He's so brilliant. And it helps him, I mean, he's gorgeous as well. So it kind of helps with the bad boy thing.
Yeah.
But just being such a sweetheart and then being able to play like, you know,
troubled.
my type anyway. Yeah.
Troubled. Yeah, he plays troubled really well.
It was just, so good.
I did write that, look, I believe that finding the pros and cons list and what Abigail did, kind of, I feel like you guys deserved it. Like, you locked me in a room.
Literally locked you in a room.
Made me miss ballet.
Yeah.
And so I just, when I
watched it.
made
you miss your warm-up, and which is so important. Otherwise, because then you could get injured.
When I watched it, I was like, because I remember filming it thinking like, oh God, that's like such a bitchy thing to do. But when I watched it as an adult, I'm like, you know what?
Do it, girlfriend.
Copped it. They copped it.
100%. I'm on board with that. Back it.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, go Abby.
Yeah. But this is the other thing too. I didn't write the pros and cons list and I'm against the pros and cons list because Tara and my brother, that's like a no-go zone. Yeah. We already know that.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, well,
yeah.
You get what, you know, like you get what you deserve. Like you have a crush. You like Sammy says like, no, you will be regurgitated. Did you not see Kat just then? Yes. And she still is like, oh,
so
amazing. Actually, I do have to say there is a contemporary class in there when there's that montage happening. And I don't know how how Tara got in. Like she's so, they made the story-wise, like she's doing this thing that it's like someone her age that you're going to be able to dance like that. Like your opening scene is you doing this incredible contemporary piece and then you're in contemporary class and you can't do that. I was kind of like,
okay, I didn't pick up on that, but that's a good point.
Yeah, it was just.
Is that what you say to her? Come on, T, you'll be okay.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, I didn't really pick up on that.
Yeah, but I was kind of like story wise, it just didn't, and that was because that was scripted. That it was like she was really struggling in that class. But I mean, if other people aren't noticing it, I think it was just me.
Yeah, I didn't notice that, but that's a good one. My last little thing is that Abigail walking back into the studio once everyone's got the text and there's like Western music playing. I don't know if you heard it. It's like, da-da-doo.
Yeah.
And she just walks back in and everyone, it's
like Mission Impossible music.
Iconic.
It is iconic. I fully support it. And because I have to say once again, like I'm all for that list being out there because Kat gets the truth and everyone, like, you know what I mean? And I think Abigail being locked in a room. What firstly, like, Kat, what were you doing, girlfriend? Like, happy to lock her in a room. Like, I get the fun of it, but go and let her out.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, I hope you know fun. Like, from when I was doing Abigail, I get the fun of it.
Savages
They're
to each other.
Savages.
Yeah, it's so good.
Which makes for great television. But like actually so fucked. So fucked. But I do, there's another little tidbit as well. So those little banister things that at the very end, Tara walks up to it, she puts her hand in, you can see she makes a fingerprint in it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they weren't real wood or they weren't real timber or anything. They were made out of,
foam.
Foam, yeah. And you can see like she puts her hand into it and like moves her finger and there's just a little indent in there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Huh. Super fans can look out for that one.
They can.
Have any other notes?
That was like my last note. Oh, there's actually, I liked the twists in my hair in that last scene as well. I didn't mind them. I think I'd said at one point, I was like, oh, I used to do this twisty thing in my hair. And they were like, oh, that's a little bit like too done up. And they were like, we'll just make them looser.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got one hairstyle you liked in the whole season and I'm joking.
Well, have you seen the rest of the season? Kind of.
I haven't seen it all. Well, that was a brilliant little rewatch recap. We hope you guys are loving the rewatch episodes. And if you are, please continue to follow and like and review and write to us.
Yeah, give us the comments.
Subscribe.
We love reading everything. It's been so fun just seeing you guys connect. And
we love reading your messages. We love seeing the feedback.
We love you guys.
We love you.
We love you so much. Thank you very much for tuning in. I think the bell's about to ring.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Love ya.